The people that fail generally don't go for education and they can't control their emotions. There's a lesson in everything, a win, loss and a draw. And if you lose, what did you learn from it and how can you improve from it? 90% of people do fail, and there's a reason they fail. It's because A, they don't invest in themselves, and B, they can't control themselves. You know, if you can't control yourself, it's like going into a bar. If you walk into a bar and you can't control yourself to have 2 or 3 drinks before you get absolutely smashed, then don't go into the bar.
Exactly.
And that's the way trading is. If you can't go to the market and you have a solid plan that says, right, this is what I'm going to do, and you can't adhere to it, then don't do it.
Hello everyone, Bryce Van Den Busch here, the CEO and founder of Verse Network. Today I am in London and I am with Mark Owen, a very professional trader I have been following for the last 4 years, and I'm really happy to be able to interview him today because as I said, he's amazing, and we are also going to collaborate together. So Mark Owen, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Bryce, thank you.
Great to see you again.
Great to see you. I mean, it's not been that long. We met a couple of weeks ago.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for bringing me into Verse Network.
With pleasure, and thank you also to collaborate with us.
It's very exciting. I'm really happy to be part of it.
Great. So today we make an interview so our client and members, they can know more about you and have your, know about your experience and everything.
I feel sorry for you, but listen, it's going to be an entertaining story.
So actually, maybe before that, can you tell little bit more about you? How old are you? Where you live?
Absolutely. So the cameras lie. I'm 44. What I will say is trading is not what everyone says. It's an industry made for people that are very disciplined and people that can separate their emotions from risk.
True.
I've been involved in trading now since 2009, 14 years now.
14 years.
14 years, and this is where the grey beards come from. I used to be very dark and look very youthful, but unfortunately the trading industry does take its toll.
Yeah.
What I will say is, before that, I was involved in many industries, from nightclubs to car sales, retail, selling mobile phones.
Really?
I've done everything there is, but the one thing that always led me to trading was I wanted to be in control of my own destiny.
Definitely.
And work the hours that I want on the terms and conditions that I want in any location that I want. And the only industry that I could find that gave me that was trading. So it was a skill that I wanted to master.
Okay.
I'm quite hardcore for disciplinarian from a sporting perspective.
Okay.
From an educational perspective, let's say when I was at school, that wasn't my skill set. But sport, you gave me something to do on a specific day, a specific time, something to eat, a specific time, I would do it. So then it was a matter of transferring that skill set into something else that I thought would benefit my future. And that's where trading came in.
Okay. Yeah, since I follow you for many years, I saw you were very disciplined also in sport, and there is I believe a kind of, not relation, but I believe discipline is very important in trading.
That's how the name Trade and Train came about, because trading and training. So the initial concept was I wanted to provide a service to people that were specifically involved in training, because I knew that they would be so disciplined.
Yeah.
And if you want to succeed in trading, you have to be disciplined. There's no two ifs and buts. You have to be disciplined. And if you can't be disciplined, then it doesn't matter. You can have the best will and intentions, but if you're not disciplined, you're going to fail.
Exactly. And actually, so you have been in 14 years in trading. How long time does it take you, let's say, to start to become profitable, if I can say like this?
No. It's a great question, and I would say that's one of the $1 million questions that everyone asks me. And unfortunately, it's as long as a piece of string.
Yeah.
Because I've worked with people from every background, from doctors to surgeons to dustbin men to students to oil, gas, and engineers. You name it. The full spectrum of people that I've worked with is very, very different, and it comes down to how much someone is prepared to invest their time and commitment to learning a skill set.
Yeah.
You can go to university and you could be very intelligent, and you could have someone that isn't very intelligent, but the person that invests the most time to developing that skill around what they're learning will progress further.
Exactly.
So and trading is no different, and that's where I think a lot of misconception comes down to. It's you have to, if you're going to do something, you commit to it, and if you can't commit, don't do it.
Exactly. And can we say that you have to learn by losing, because as I understand trading, you have to invest. So I believe the only way to become very professional, you have to learn also to lose at the beginning, or how it's happened?
No, you are absolutely right. The best lessons are from losing experiences. You know, you can be lucky and win, but what do you learn from that? Yes, you made money, but what do you learn from it? So losses are a person's way to success.
Exactly.
No one becomes successful without any losses. You look at Richard Branson. How many times has he been bankrupt? Why is he being bankrupt? Because he learned from an experience and he's created the next industry. And that's the same. You have to, whatever you do, there's a lesson in everything, a win, loss, and a draw. And if you lose, what did you learn from it and how can you improve from it?
Exactly.
And
that's why the experience is very important. And
exactly.
you're now in the 14 years in the market.
Experience is everything, right? You know, ultimately though, you don't want to be a seasoned, experienced loser, because where's that going to get you? You know, you need to see progress. It's all right losing and learning from it, but if you don't progress, then there's no point.
Exactly. And today, like, what service you provide? Like, because I see you make education for a long time. What you offer to people?
So I mean, if I go back to when I first started, the thing that I wanted that I didn't feel was available was that constant hand-holding, because trading is, you've got to appreciate that most people that start trading are trading for one reason, and that's to better their life, right? So you could be working full-time employment and you want to better your life. So you're in a stressful environment as it is because you want to better your life.
Exactly.
And then also now you're risking capital that you may really, really need. And you're trying to make more from it. And when it doesn't go right, then you're adding more stresses.
Exactly.
So the way that I got involved and the way that I wanted to develop Trade and Train was I wanted to create a platform where people could have access to me and my team 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. So that, you know, no matter what, if they placed a trade and they felt they'd done something wrong, I need help. What do I do? And there's someone there. And when I first started, I paid, I can't remember what, my first course was £3,000 and my second course was £20,000. And I got one course a month and one this and one that. Now I give a lot. I give 6 live trading sessions per week.
6 live trading sessions?
To my members. Anyone that's a member, they can join me for the London Open 3 times a week. They can join me for the pre-New York close 3 times a week. And this is, I basically created it around like an Amazon, Netflix, you know, where it's a subscription, but you're there constantly, and that is what trading needs. It's a lonely business.
Exactly. Okay, nice.
So that's what we do.
Very good.
And I would like to think we over and achieve based on what we say.
Okay, very good.
My clients mean everything.
You were talking about your team, like how many are in a team? How?
So we have a coder, we have 2 traders, we have me. We don't need to be massive,
of course,
because ultimately everything we run is online. Where we do need specific control is when people want one-to-one sessions, because that is time, and that's either myself or my traders, and you only have so many hours in a day that you can give up. So that's when the team will increase, and until that point, you know, ultimately most people they just want the service package where it's like a gym membership. They come in, they get everything. They can join us for the London session. They can join us for the New York session. They can get the watch list.
And so so they can follow you. They can make live trading session. Do you also provide like a kind of signals or daily market? You are in a group, like
absolutely. I mean, listen, our members. They really don't even have to think if they don't want to. We make sure there's a watch list that gets sent out on a Sunday. There's a watch list that gets sent out on a Wednesday. We send out our signals every day that we trade a signal.
Nice.
If it's a day trade, we're looking for a kind of a scalp.
Okay.
then we don't send it out. And the reason we don't send it out is because if they can't be in the live session, when they want to take that trade, it may be too late.
Oh, okay.
And ultimately, we don't want our members to have a loss when there's no reason for that. So the day trades, the scalps, the only way that they will get access to that is the live session.
Trading. Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like
It's gone.
Long time.
It's
Long-
gone.
okay.
Yeah, because if they look at it and we've entered it at 7:01 and they see the message at 7:04, 3 minutes have gone. We might have hit target or we might have been stopped out.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the thing. Also, I saw in Signal sometimes it's not easy for people to follow because they are working, they are doing something, and sometimes they're gonna miss
Absolutely.
the signal. So
You have to be very conscious. At the end of the day, it all comes down to your community.
Yeah.
And you know, it'd be great me saying, "Oh, I'm going to give you 5 signals a day," but if I know that you can't get those first 2 signals in the time that it's required, then I'm lying to my community, and I want everyone to do well.
I see so many traders online. They just selling signal, but you know the quality and everything is very difficult. I saw so many people losing actually with signals.
Signals are the biggest killer of accounts, especially if they're not done in the right way. And from my understanding of our initial talks and how you want your community of Verse Network to succeed, we have to put a platform in place where it's only beneficial to them and the community.
Definitely.
And that's what I like. You know, I wouldn't get involved with Verse Network if I didn't think you had the care of your community at forefront.
Nice. And about the automatic trading, because I also that you also provide automatic trading service. How it comes, who is behind the software, how you create it, everything. Can you tell me more about this?
Yeah, so the AI systems that we have running right now, they're really quite interesting. So, I mean, I've been involved, like I say, for the best part of 14 years now in the industry, and I've had some really good experiences and I've had some horrendous experiences with algorithms.
That's same for me.
So my biggest losing moments have always come with algorithms. And right now, I'm in a very happy place. We've created an AI system with a risk manager that's been in the industry a lot longer than I have.
Wow.
And we only have it running on 2 markets. We have it running on euro dollar and we have it running on Kiwi dollar.
Okay.
And it basically just looks at the magnitude of movements. And people call it a grid system. It's not a grid system because it is AI. And the way we look at it is we need volatility to create movement.
Okay.
And when the volatility comes into place, we're selling and we're buying at the same time, so it will take long and shorts. In terms of returns, you know, it's consistent.
Yeah.
Where Kiwi right now is around 16.5% for the year.
It's very good.
Euro dollar last year did 32%. It's around 10% for the year. You know, they're not returns that people will blow their minds with.
Yeah.
But what it is, it's something that is going to consistently produce you a nice return that gives you capital to go and do other things.
Yeah.
Where you can use that return to go into high risk and make high returns.
Okay.
And that's what we like. You know, if you've got capital that's sat there producing you returns, and you can then use the profits from that
For play more.
for play money, so to speak, like you say, to then go right. Because if you look at George Soros, right? George Soros, world-renowned billionaire.
Yeah.
How did he make his money? It was simple. All he did was he played the market on the spreads. So he would use Aussie yen, carry trade, banking 4% annually. He knows he's got 10 million, 10 billion, whatever, however many billion under management. He knows he's going to make 400 million based on the carry trade.
Yeah.
He uses the 400 million to short the pound market every
Yeah,
year. It fails, it fails, it fails, it fails. He finishes up flat. The year is right. It makes 10 billion. His investors are really happy. So when you've got that continued return of consistent returns, it gives you capital to go, right, this is my play money. This is what I'm going all in on. And when it comes off, fantastic. And when it doesn't, you lose nothing because you've made guaranteed returns.
Exactly. And actually that's the vision of Verse Network, is to give everyone the chance to make consistent return for the long term.
Perfect.
Because for the experience I have in trading, high return of course is possible, but it's very risky and it's not sustainable on the long term. And this is what I like when I saw your software and the way you trade. Like, everybody can feel safe.
And that's the thing, if you can limit your downturns by having consistent return, that gives you the flexibility to go high risk with this. If it comes off, fantastic. If it doesn't, you lose nothing.
Yeah.
you just lose your profit.
Yeah.
And that to me is savvy investing.
Yeah, exactly. And you told me last time the back test or the test, like you have been able to test the software on how many years?
The software goes back to 2006. I mean,
2006.
Yeah,
and it has been able to work very good.
It's worked superbly well. We used to run it actually as an amalgamation of three. We used to have Kiwi, Euro, and dollar yen,
Okay.
and they used to work as a portfolio.
Okay.
But unfortunately, due to the way that the yen moves and the way that the Bank of Japan like to operate, it wasn't really feasible to keep them together. And when we segregated them and back tested, it showed that if we'd taken dollar yen out of it,
Okay.
the portfolio was insanely, massively more profitable. And then if we separated them again, it was even more profitable. So that's how we ended up with putting Kiwi on its own and Euro dollar on its own. And we've just got rid of dollar yen because the moves that it creates are too big to absorb. You know, you just need one crazy statement from the Bank of Japan and it can move 500, 600, 700 points in one direction.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter, the best will in the world, no AI system is going to be able to pick up that kind of black swan event.
Yeah. Okay. Just a question like that. I would like to know what you prefer. You prefer automatic trading or you prefer education and provide education for people?
I mean, in terms of a connection basis, I prefer to connect with people.
Okay.
At the end of the day, you know, when something's running there in the background, it means nothing to me. It's not doing anything apart from providing profit.
Yeah.
So I prefer the connection, speaking to people, educating, showing them how they can look at the market and then taking personal trades.
Okay.
The AI system it's like putting money in a bank, right? It just sits there and you have nothing to do.
Exactly.
You just have a risk manager looking over it and monitoring that everything's all okay.
And you know, that's also the vision we have in Verse. Like we provide automatic trading and let's say like a kind of passive income. So like this, people can get interest in Forex and will want to know more, and then they can go on education, because I believe it's very important for people to understand and to know more about the market. They will feel more confident and they will understand what's happening.
I mean, I appreciate why people go into automatic trading or AI trading is because they might have not the time, they may have families, whatever. But ultimately, if you go back to looking into the comments around the Bible and things like that, when, you know, they'll say, do you want to eat fish for a day, or do you want to learn how to fish and eat for life?
Yeah.
And there's nothing that can take away a trading skill. Once you have that skill, you've got it for life, and it doesn't matter where you are, you've got it for life. So my sentiment is, whoever you are, even if you're going to go down the automatic trading, learn how to trade, because it's a skill for life. It doesn't go away.
Okay. And do you believe, like, you know, maybe some people have this question, like, can everyone can learn? Because, you know, we see so many things online, like, no, it's fake, like no one can make profit with the Forex market, no one can, like, what you say to those guys?
I say the people that fail generally don't go for education. And they can't control their emotions. So, 90% of people do fail, and there's a reason they fail. It's because A, they don't invest in themselves, and B, they can't control themselves. So, you know, if you can't control yourself, it's like going into a bar. If you walk into a bar and you can't control yourself to have 2 or 3 drinks before you get absolutely smashed, then don't go into the bar.
Exactly.
And that's the way trading is. If you can't go to the market and you have a solid plan that says, right, this is what I'm going to do, and you can't adhere to it, then don't do it.
Yeah. No, nice. Very good. Now, it was a pleasure to discuss all this point with you. As you can see, Mark Owen is amazing traders. With just one interview, we cannot talk. I believe we can talk during hours about tradings. But it's the first one and not the last one of the interview.
I hope so.
And we look forward to work together to make something very great. We want everyone to be able to be educated in trading. It's a huge market. You know, today Forex market is I believe one of the best market in the world, where people can really achieve like kind of financial freedom if they really take it seriously. And today we have one of the best educator, I believe, in the world. Which I have seen so far. I've been following you for the last 4 years, and it's really amazing what he's doing. So pleasure, really excited to launch Verse with him. And yeah, I feel free everyone to discover his product. So thank you everyone, and see you very soon.
Cheers, Bryce.
Thank you.